Most groups are subject to social entropy, a natural drift where a gathered crowd begins to pull apart the moment they stop moving in unison. Left alone, the individuals splinter back into their private lives and isolated pressures. We see this tension play out in the closing minutes of this June 14th church service. The congregation is standing, preparing to leave the building and return to that state of dispersal. The final moments consist of a few closing songs, a communal meal, and some basic announcements. It looks like a standard set of logistical tasks before the doors open. However, these steps function as a series of specific tools. Each action is designed to reinforce the group's connection one last time before they scatter. This community does not remain a cohesive unit by accident. They are using these final minutes to build a shared identity out of their individual vulnerabilities. This building process begins at the front of the room, where the speaker directs the congregation towards specific stations for communion and prayer. Notice the attention given to the communion table. The speaker clarifies that the elements with a clear seal contain gluten, while the white seals on the left are gluten-free. These labels solve a practical problem of exclusion. By accounting for biological differences, the system ensures dietary restrictions don't prevent an individual from participating in the physical ritual. Beyond physical needs, the room addresses emotional ones, routing people to Rick and Debbie, designated as anchors for anyone in the crowd. If someone in the room is struggling, admitting "I fall apart" as they sing, they are given a physical place to go. They can move their personal burden onto these community representatives instead of carrying it out the door alone. By addressing biological requirements and providing a clear path for emotional relief, the system prevents personal struggle from becoming a reason for an individual to withdraw from the group. While some individuals seek prayer at the front, the focus of the rest of the room shifts toward a collective song. The lyrics follow a specific path. They start with an individual plea, "Lord, I need you," and transition into a collective statement, "This is my story, this is my song." As the room sings, hundreds of people begin to match the same tempo and pitch. This shared musical framework forces the group to move at the same speed, pulling disparate people into a single rhythmic alignment. Singing requires everyone to draw breath at the same intervals, physically respirating in unison while verbalizing shared ideas. The pastor then shifts the focus to the calendar. He announces an annual business meeting and a prepared lunch in the Upper Fine Center. This move from the spiritual to the logistical ensures the group has a reason to gather again. The lunch and the meeting provide the practical infrastructure that keeps the community functioning as a legal and social entity. The music aligns their internal states in the moment, but the logistical planning provides the structure that will hold them together in the weeks to come. All of this, the dietary accommodations, the emotional support, and the synchronized singing, leads to the final benediction. Before they leave, the pastor has the congregation repeat a single phrase, "We are children of God," 3 times in total. This final act of repetition serves as a structural capstone. It is the last moment of total synchronization before the individuals return to their separate lives. A resilient community isn't a lucky accident. It is built piece by piece through intentional actions that bring people back into alignment. Whether in a church or a secular space, the groups that survive are those that acknowledge individual needs and provide the structures necessary to turn that vulnerability into collective strength.